I just do it.
Okay.
Hey. I just do it.
Hey. Welcome to the show. Here we go. What's going on, car guys and car gals? It's Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And it's Frelin Arts, subprime hero.
And we are brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast, and we are having fun with the one,
the only, Sam Sivilay.
That's right. Welcome to the show.
That's right. Let's go.
Welcome to the party. You're over here glowing in this green over here. It's really, it's like I mean, the way the lighting is set in here, it's kind of popping off. And it's really exciting, everybody, because there is some serious organic goodness that's brewing. And it's evergreen, folks. And it's the quality of relationships that are brewing right here inside of this event over here in St. Louis. How much fun have you been having at this event and in this facility?
That's right.
This is a blast. Like, kind of been one of my first events in this industry. So it's really fun to kind of learn everybody or meet everybody and learning of so much within the DriveCentric community and how to do just different things. I don't know. I'm overwhelmed almost.
Wow. Okay, well, we're going to help you out with something. Not every event has pickleball courts, pool tables, knock hockey, pinball machines, all the coffee you can drink, Fiji water till you can't drink no more, right? They don't all have that. But this is a great way for you to come in to the business, seeing what it's like here in Disneyland. But it's so amazing that this is how you get to start your venture into seeing what's happening behind the scenes. That's awesome. That's exciting. So where do you come from? Tell the audience a little bit more about you and where you're from.
I am from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I work for Walser Auto Group, and I am the marketing manager there. Been at Walser for about 8 years.
That's awesome. Wow.
Walser.
So 8 years, marketing manager at Walser. So it doesn't sound like a big deal, but anybody out there who's in automotive knows that being with the Walser Group, for one, is a big thing. It's awesome. It's a great group to be part of. But number two, the marketing manager there. It's a big task to take in hand. But somebody that is taking that spot is obviously somebody that they believe in. So that's amazing. So you should be very excited about that opportunity. I know within the organization, you've grown. You've been able to take these things. You were actually at some points in your career, you were thinking, am I even worthy of this, right? And yet you're here, you're smiling, you're learning, and I think you're starting to realize you're beyond worthy of it, right? And I think that's special to know that you've had some really good predecessors that have been here. Matter of fact, we interviewed one of them earlier. She was part of the Walser Group herself at one point, Miss Ashley, right? And what I love is that she is always sharing with you everything that she possibly can. She believes in you so much. It's almost like you're like her baby, I love the way I see that.
Definitely.
She looks at you like you're just amazing, you're beautiful, you're so strong, I'm going to make sure that you're going to know everything you need to be powerful in this industry. But now it's your turn to do that with somebody else. And you're going to have the opportunity to do the same thing. And that's what I love about mentorship. And I believe that's a mentor relationship that you have there. And you're very blessed to have a mentor, somebody that's 40 under 40 that has done so many things in this industry in a short amount of time. I know she's been in it for a while, but for what she's gathered and done, she's done it in a short amount of time. And that's something that you can see you can do. Doesn't matter if you're a woman, doesn't matter if you have ethnicity, you can be amazing. Matter of fact, you can be even more amazing if you're in those cases. So I think it's great. So when you said Minnesota, you didn't sound like you're from Minnesota.
I'm from Minnesota, born
She doesn't
and
say
raised.
Minnesota. I'm just
Yeah.
you hear that Minnesota. Like, how do they always say it so differently up there?
Minnesota.
Yeah, it's like a different one. So being from that area, you know, you're getting ready to, you get to come to an event like this at DC20 and you get to meet dealers from all over the country. You know, you get to rub elbows and see what their sales tactics like, what they're doing to drive their marketing and how are they communicating with their customers. And you find, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you're finding that you guys are doing a great job. But most places are probably looking at what you all are doing. Like, that's pretty impressive, right? So how has that been feeling to get here and connect with people from across the country for you?
I feel like the Minneapolis market is kind of insulated a little bit where, you know, we're like at our dealership specifically, we're like one person to bring you through the entire process from like handling the lead to closing out the deal. There's no finance managers or anything like that. And we're also one price, which is not really like a thing within the industry around where like, I've always kind of known that, but talking to people here, it's like almost a crazy concept to like not negotiate and, you know, you just kind of come in and it almost makes something like I've never sold a car before, but I would be more inclined to go sell a car if I don't have to like handle that negotiation process. And hearing a lot of people here, even with like the BDCs and everything like that, where, you know, they're handling the lead from like when it first comes in and all that. And it's such a different process here for somebody for me, especially like I started at Walser and I've only been at Walser.
That's awesome.
Right.
So I'm learning a lot about like outside of our industry and then even not our market and then outside of Minneapolis.
Oh yeah, you know, and what you are doing at that store is unique. There is a few other groups I know that do something similar. That A to Z, that cradle to grave is so important. I think it's a great process. I think that's a very futuristic thinking, and thus is why Walser is kind of leading in a lot of things inside this industry. Why they have a name and reputation where they are. They don't just lead in technology and process; they also lead the way with women in automotive too, and I love that. So you know, it's a great group to be part of, be associated with. So you're very blessed. And yes, because you are been in there, it's good to go out and see that, yeah, we do have a unique process. Oh my goodness, it's so different. I don't think that all processes have to be exactly like that, but I think that they should learn from that and see that your experience, the case studies that you have showing that, hey, when somebody can meet and greet a customer and go all the way from helping them show up for an appointment, go all the way to the very end and actually do their financing and help them with their service, that's seamless. And when you can be seamless with your customers and they know who to call, it's the same person for every one of those things. It's powerful. And that's less confusion. That's less anything. And I think that it's something that you guys are doing really well. I'm glad that you're doing that. But to you, it's normal. And I think that's great. So you don't know any other way. Right?
Is there another way?
But to us, that's not, right? The average person in this room, in this building this week, they're like, that's different, right? Oh my God, how do you all do that and not freak out? Well, that's because you guys have a process. People believe in the process. You have to have belief in the process too. Everybody there, starting from the top to bottom, has to believe. That same process can be put in a store, but if no one believes it, no one's going to really use it, then it's going to break. So you got to have it. You got to have accountability. You got to make sure it's being done 100% time. But most importantly, get the education for everyone that's in those processes, especially the A to Z person that's actually taking care of the clients. They need to know how to do that. That's not easy, but it's possible. And it's when it is done right, it's very impactful and it's fulfilling. A lot of salespeople think, "Oh, I want to be a manager one day." Well, you are. You are.
Right.
You get to be one all the way from beginning to end here. Now you are a leader. You are helping people. You get to do all the things that you wanted to do, and you start to realize, well, they're not as glorified as I thought it was going to be to get all this stuff done, right? But I get to be fulfilling and help a customer feel like that they're loved by me. And they're going to be taken care of. Now I gain a book of business for myself. It's powerful. So congratulations to you for finding a place like that and landing in a place like that.
Yeah, thank you. It's made it quite easy.
So being here for this particular event, I mean, we're running towards the latter half of the last day. What is it that is one of the major takeaways that you're taking from? I mean, we've had some incredible speakers. We've had some great explanation of the technology, techniques, tactics, different things that we can do. What's one of the biggest takeaways that you're going to be leaving here with inside of your cup when you head back home to do some solutions?
I think there's like kind of been a couple takeaways. Like personally, I think that it's so cliche to hear, but like getting out of your comfort zone,
Yes.
right? I think that
What
like
you're doing right now.
Exactly.
Doing it right now.
I'm
First
trying to-
podcast, y'all.
Right.
Just
Tap in,
saying.
cheer her on. Give us some hand
A lot of
claps.
first for her. this
Coffee
week,
cup
so she's going
emojis.
for it.
Drop them in there.
Yeah, so like just trying to grow myself, grow like my network and things like that, talking to people like you guys and just stepping out of that comfort zone and continuing to do that, where like just coming here in itself was stepping out of my comfort zone. I knew I wasn't going to know a lot of people, so just being able to put myself out there, and then have like a whole like session about putting yourself out, out there anyway.
Did you know this was for me?
Yeah, right. This is speaking to me. But like for my dealership specifically too, I really like we've been doing a lot of stuff. So a lot of stuff that we're maybe even talking about here, I think we do at Walser. But the whole no business rules kind of intrigues me. You know, having the people set up their own like follow-ups and everything like that, rather than maybe wasting your time on first day phone calls or things like that. Like making sure you're doing the things that are impactful and will for that customer specifically, meeting them where they're at.
Yeah, I love that. That is a good insight to take back and be able to think about encouraging others to look at it that way, because selling cars has never been cookie cutter. We may act like it is. We may teach, oh, this is our process, this is the way it goes. But within that, there is a lot of gray. There's a lot of that area where we have to be able to maneuver with the. It is our things flash. We have to maneuver with this like unique way of helping customers, but the more that we can cater to them, because not everybody wants that call tomorrow. Not everybody wants this. So if you're a salesperson, your A to Z person, they're going to really know this customer fully. And if they know them, they can schedule it themselves if they truly want to care. If you hire the right people, you train them the right way, they're going to do it. And I think that is a great idea. I think that if you don't have a process, if you don't have the people and you're not ready for that, yes, have a cookie cutter way of doing it, making sure that activities are happening, because you don't want no activities to happen. But when you're able to fix it and make it work in a way that's customized because you trust your people, trust is powerful, my friends. Trust speeds up time and it makes more profit every time. And everything's faster, everything's more efficient, everything is better. It's so crazy. We are flash. Hopefully y'all ain't seeing the flash. You're seeing it over there, so it's happening. So I don't know what's going on.
Take it easy, everybody. We are not trying to create a situation for your eyes to completely bug out. Hopefully we've made the adjustment. But thank you so much for sticking with us. But folks, this is I mean, the heartbeat of most of these conversations is always going to be the importance of getting ourselves to at least show up, right? Showing up to the event, getting ourselves out of the comfort zone that makes us even get here. Because every time it turns out worth it. It's like, oh my gosh, it was worth it right away, right off the bat. I'm glad that I'm here, right? Everything that made you not want to do it, it was like it dissipated as soon as you step into that role. As soon as we're here. Let's do something. Let's make it worth it. I mean, we've been doing that since kids, everybody. Whether it was the first time we went to kindergarten, Amen. Right, or it was our first time jumping into middle school, first time jumping into high school. We always had those butterflies of stepping into the new role, meeting new people, right, and getting all nervous, and wondering if we really brought value to the table. And one thing that we absolutely love about how it's been hosted here is that it is recognized that everybody that is here is a functioning, moving piece of this community. That it's. You can't put a price on it. It's priceless. But everybody has value here. Whatever position, this is where we've seen the most mixture of job titles inside of the store at any event that we go to, because you have everybody that interacts with this one piece of technology inside of the store. Right. And everybody's vantage point matters. We need to know how everybody works this, right? It's not just the general manager that needs to go in there and look at a report. Right, there's a whole lot of moving parts that made that report even populate, right? Based off of the efforts of other people.
Very true.
What is it that you enjoy seeing most about how Drive is trying to make sure that what you do at your dealership is coming together and easier?
Like hit you with like a trick question,
right? Like making me think here. I just like that they're really open to feedback. You know,
that's big.
It's huge. Like we're always trying to be like innovative and be one step ahead, and it's hard to do that when your systems and your vendor partners aren't there yet. But they're always willing to listen, and they're always willing to help accomplish that in some way to be able to lift everybody up, right?
And
like,
get there.
Yeah.
Right. That's awesome. That's great insight, because anytime that we deal with a vendor or somebody on the other side that's trying to help us use a technology or a tool or a website or whatever it is that we're on, we want to be able to make sure that we're actually getting a result out of it, but it's not going to break around our question, right? It's able to mold around where we're trying to go. And you're right, they will brew a solution for you all. They'll try to figure out, okay, hey, if we do this, move this together there, boom, there we go. Does that work? Heck yeah, awesome. Or now you at least know how to do it, right? And that is what's up. When we had the time to go up there, see all the people in the pods, there's a whole bunch of people up there percolating solutions. They're having fun. They have their pods, and they're dedicated to be able to make sure that people like you, when you do call, they answer, right? They answer, they're there, and they're providing solutions. That's awesome. That's awesome. DriveCentric crew, you listen to this, you watching this, you know they love to hear when people really value what they put into it, because it's obvious that they put their heart into this, right?
Very obvious, yes.
And they're fun, right? Yeah. They definitely put the fun inside of the building. Well, awesome. So from here at the store, doing what it is that you're doing, as you go back into your world, what is it that you're now most excited about as far as your opportunity inside of the industry? Now just being able to see a little bit more of what's brewing, what's cooking, how people are, where they're at. What is it? How do you feel just inside of your career and your choice to do what you're doing?
I obviously love marketing, and I've been in it since, I went to school for marketing, came out of school, started out Walser in marketing, but I love being able to touch all of the different processes and departments within it. And I think I just want to expand. I want to continue on in marketing, I think, but I love, you guys talked about Ashley earlier. She handled a lot of the digital process and things like that. And it's fascinating to me. And even coming here has intrigued my fascination even more. Just hearing everybody talk about it, because it's kind of fun to get in there. And I kind of sit on the outside of that. So I'm looking into CRM, I'm looking into leads and prospects and things like that. And I think about why didn't they follow up with this person that way, or types of things, or this lead source is coming in this way, this would be a great way to follow up with them. And hearing all these different ideas from other people and how they're handling those coming into it, it's fascinating. It makes me want to dive into that more and see if there's anything I can do on that side. Maybe do some sort of hybrid or something like that.
Do that, and make a plan, make it happen, and it seems like you found some passion somewhere, and that's big.
Yes, you can.
And I think that's what Walser. I think that's what Walser wanted from you when you came here, was to come back with some more passion. When you come to these events, I was told, take one thing away from it at least. You can come back and implement that one thing, you're going to do great. But if you can come back and bring that plus the passion and excitement about something new that you get to learn, go for it. There's something great about growing. Right? Yes. And that's why we forgive, focus, fly, and keep growing. Because when you keep growing is when you're the happiest. It's when you stay uncomfortable. You have to be. Even when your body was growing, your body felt uncomfortable. You had pains and growing pains, they call it, right? And that's something that we all have to go through. But it's so important that we go through those things. And with the uncomfortability comes comfortable eventually. With the uncomfortable, which is weird, right? It's hard. I got to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. But it's a weird statement, but it's true. Just remember that. So every time you start to feel a little, what's going on, it's probably because you get too uncomfortable. So get uncomfortable and keep growing. I love it. You're doing amazing things, and you did a great job on the show today. I'm just saying.
Yes,
I know how nervous you were when you got here, but you did such an amazing job. You're saying the things that you need to say. You're feeling great. Do more of these. Be encouraged to get in front of a microphone or behind a microphone and speak your voice, because it matters. When you get a chance to sit down with your leadership team, speak your voice. Don't sit back and then not tell them how you feel. Let them know how you feel. You're getting educated. You're getting inspired. So go inspire others.
Yes. Come on. Man,
that's right.
Folks, thank you so much for taking the time to hang with us and deal with the glitchy fun screen action that's happening.
It looks cool to me.
It does. It looks pretty neat. Looks like we're trying to get your attention. Let's go. So as we do that, everybody, that is such an interesting mark that's even in there.
I don't know how that's happening.
That's pretty
It says Car Guy Coffee logo.
It does.
It's just
trying to subliminal messages.
That's so cool. It is. Buy the coffee. Buy Car Guy Coffee. Heck yeah. But inside of that, messages that we want to make sure we get out there is to forgive, focus, fly, so that we can keep growing. And it does come with emotions. We forgive, we focus, and we fly, so we can keep growing all the time. Just do it with us one time, and you will be an official certified solutionary brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee podcast. Here we go. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Forgive, focus,
fly, and keep growing.
There you go. Now it is official, everybody. Thank you so much for brewing solutions with us. We are still in St. Louis.
I did it.
DriveCentric headquarters, and
You
this
did
is
great.
a first timer on the podcast. Make sure if you're watching this on the replay or right now on the live, blow her up, give her some hand claps, coffee cup emojis, thumbs up, and just let her know that you appreciate her jumping out here and getting a little uncomfortable. I'm Lou Ramirez, the car guy,
I'm Fred Lenard, subprime hero.
and you've been brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast with the one,
the only
Sam
Sivilay.
Woo! We'll see you guys later. Take it easy,
Let's go.
everybody.
Peace.
Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-bum, 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 ba-da-bum.